3 reasons you're not getting clients for your online private practice. That's the topic of today's video. And it's an important topic because I know I get a lot of messages from therapists asking, Jonathan, what can I do to grow my online practice? How can I start making it? I really want that location independent business. Yeah, I just don't know how to get clients. Well, stick around and watch this video because that is what I'm going to be talking about. My name is Jonathan Van Vegan from the Online Therapist Academy, bringing to you the best tips and strategies for growing your online practice and attracting new clients. You probably are going through what a lot of people go through, especially when they launch their first online business, is that they're stuck in obscurity and they've got a really beautiful website. Maybe they've gone to a designer and they've got like 8 pages and it looks fantastic and they're really excited. They get a lot of motivation and then they go out and they launch their business, yet no one seems to hit that book now button. They don't hit your scheduler. They're not sending you your PayPal, or they're not making your PayPal requests. They're not buying from you. They're not becoming customers. And the biggest reason for that is that you haven't got an audience yet. And when I say you haven't got an audience yet, what that means is you may know a lot of people in the world. You may certainly know a lot of people in your home state or in your home province, wherever you live. You may know a lot of people in your local town or your local area. But when it comes to building an online business, how do you get yourself out of obscurity, and how do you not make the 3 mistakes that I'm going to tell you about right now? Because if you don't do that, if you don't get yourself out of obscurity and you don't essentially build your audience, you are not going to make it in the online space, and that is going to be a really sad thing because you have an amazing skill set, you've got a language of change, a theory of change, you've got tremendous values and gifts and talents that you can fulfill and offer out to the world. Wouldn't it be great for you to be able to go out and do just that? Well, chances are you're probably making these 3 mistakes if you're not getting yourself out of obscurity and really attracting those clients that you want to attract to your online business. And I kind of alluded it up until now, but mistake number 1, or reason number 1 why you're not getting clients for your online practice, is that you're not using all the tools available to you. Now, what that means is that, yes, you're probably going to say, Jonathan, what tools are you talking about? I'm not talking about, print media or Google Ads. I'm talking about the big 3, which is I like to call them Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Those are the tools I'm talking about that you need to double down on. I'm not saying you don't want to be on Twitter or you don't want to be on LinkedIn, because those are really good platforms as well. I just don't do as much in those areas because I think it's more important to make videos and connect with people with videos. Now, I know you can do that with LinkedIn, and I know you can retweet videos on Twitter, so I'm not going to go down that road and say you can't use those platforms to promote yourself with video. But we are psychotherapists, and people want to reach out and connect with us, and they want to hear us speak. And I say this all the time, and this is why I've created the 30-day video challenge, where I challenge you, therapists, to get out there and make a video every single day for 30 days and post it somewhere along your somewhere in those platforms, because I know when you do just that, you are going to help get yourself out of obscurity. But when you're not using the tools available to you, what I'm essentially saying is that you're not using, everything available to you in 2019 that's effective, like the personal branding machine that Instagram is, the community building aspect of Facebook, and the evergreen content that you get to push out when you use YouTube. And that is why I say you are not using those 3 tools, and you have to be, at very minimum, using those 3 tools. It's not enough just to use one of them. It's not enough just to be on Facebook or on YouTube or on Instagram. You need to be on them all, especially when you are starting your online business. If you're not covering off all your bases, I promise you that uphill is going to be even steeper. So you want to make sure that you're using all 3 platforms. Now, you may say, Jonathan, I have no time to do 3 things at once. I have no time to be on Instagram, Facebook, or maybe you want to bring in LinkedIn. It doesn't really matter. But if you're saying that you don't have the time for it, I'm going to challenge you and say, you know what, you got to go out and hire someone. You got to go out and leverage someone else's time for your business. Because if you don't, I promise you, you are not going to build a 6-figure business or a 6-figure online practice that I will say any one of us can do, because we have amazing skills and talents. So it's in with your reach to build that 6-figure online practice. But if you're not leveraging other people's time, you're never going to do that. Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, they have not been able to sell and build and get the revenue numbers that they've been able to hit on their own. No one builds that type of company on their own. They're leveraging tens of thousands of employees' time on a weekly basis. I think Steve Jobs probably worked 100,000 hours a week because he leveraged other people's time. So you need to get out there and leverage someone's time, whether it's a social media assistant, whether it's your spouse or your partner or a friend, or let's say two of you are starting a business, two of you are starting an online practice. Why can't both of you get together and divvy up that work to make sure that each one of you are covering off one aspect of social media? Because if you don't do that, I promise you, you are that hill that you got to climb is just going to get even steeper. So go and write the check for $10 an hour, hire someone for 10 hours a week. It's $100 a week. Get them to make a content calendar for you. Get them to engage in your Facebook group or to help edit your YouTube videos. It doesn't matter. Start employing someone so that you can use all those tools available to you in 2019. Reason number 2 why you are not building that online business that you want and attracting the clients that you want to your online practice is that you're not engaging with your audience and you're not building a community. So reason number 1 is that you're not growing your audience. You're not using those tools to grow your audience. Now, the second reason is you're probably not engaging that audience. So it's not enough just to, put out a video or to put up an Instagram post or to drop a comment in Facebook. You've got to then follow up and build relationships. I promise you, it's all in the relationships. Why? Because everyone that you build a relationship with can do one of two things. They can either become your biggest fan and they can become a referral source for you. Now, when they become your biggest fan, they're gonna talk highly of you. They're gonna come to your defense. You may put a terrible piece of content. Someone's gonna hate on you, which is a good thing, by the way, and I'll get to that in a second. But if someone's hating on you, those are the people, those fans, the people that really like your stuff, that really want to consume your content, they're going to jump to your aid and they're going to defend you against those haters. The other thing I want to say though too is that those very people, those fans, those people that you're building relationships with, they may not be your client today, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be your client 3-6 months from now. And the fact of the matter is that 80% of purchases happen after the 5th follow-up. And so most salespeople don't ever make it that far, or they certainly don't make it past the 2nd sales follow-up phone call. So that is why you need to continue with your relationship building and reaching out and touching people so that you can build those relationships, because you never know when someone's going to become your client 3-6 months down the road. Your potential clients could be that person that just takes a little bit longer to warm up to you. Some people are ready to buy right now, but others take a little while. So that is why you need to be engaging your community, engaging your audience. The third reason, and this is the most important, is that you are not getting mentorship. So if you are not getting the clients that you want for your online practice, chances are you're not getting mentorship in one of the most important areas. You need to learn and grow in the area of online marketing. It is not enough to be a great clinician. I thought I was a great clinician back when I launched my online practice 2 years ago. I had, my wife and my 2 daughters. We started out in Belize and we were traveling the world and thinking, we're gonna make tons of money. I'm a great couples therapist. Well, I ran some Facebook ads and ran some Google ads, and sure enough, I fell flat on my face that very first month. I made $400, despite me knowing that I was an excellent couples therapist. No one cared, no one knew who I was, and the fact of the matter is I knew nothing about growing an online practice and growing an online business, and now it took me 18 months and I've replaced my brick and mortar income. I'm set to grow way past my brick and mortar income, and it's because I learned how to be an online marketer. And the fact of the matter is that you need to learn that too. And if you don't know how to be an online marketer, you will not make it in the online practice space. So you've got to get out and learn the skills to be an online marketer. You've got to get out and learn the skills on how to grow your audience, how to engage your audience, and more importantly, how to convert your audience. And that is the most important reason why you want that mentorship when it comes to online marketing. Now, chances are you've got clinical supervision. Chances are you're part of a peer group. You may go and get our CEUs that we all need. You may go to conferences. So you're getting lots of clinical support. You're getting lots of clinical mentorship. But when was the last time someone ever taught you how to convert? Convert a cold traffic visitor to your website so that they hit your buy now button or your book now button. When was the last time you learned how to build and run a sales funnel and optimize and analyze a sales funnel? Do you know conversion rates, click-through rates? Do you know how much your click-through rate is? And do you know what your cost per click is? All of these metrics are really important to building and growing your online practice. And I promise you, the people that understand those terms and understand the process of online marketing, they're the ones that are succeeding in the online space, and the other ones are working for BetterHelp and Talkspace and getting on insurance panels. So you've got a choice. You can do nothing and you can go work for those insurance companies and slug it out and take a real long time to grow your business, or you can start investing in yourself and start learning. And it doesn't matter, there's so many different mentors out there. There's free stuff that you can get on YouTube, just like this channel, but there's also Facebook groups that you can join. There's coaches you can hire. It doesn't matter where, but the most important thing is you've got to get some mentorship, because you've got to learn how to convert your cold traffic visitors into paying clients. So there you have it. Those are the three. You need to use all the tools. Number one is you need to use all the tools available to you in 2019. And at the very least, I'm talking about the big three: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. The second is you're not growing your audience and you're not engaging your audience and you're not building a community. So you want to make sure you're building an audience and engaging that audience. And the third reason is that you're not getting mentorship. And I want you to remember this little acronym. Well, it's not really an acronym. It's just three words I've strung together to help you remember what you need to be doing to grow and build your online practice. And I promise you, if you just separate your day on your business, when you're working on your business, I'm not talking about when you're seeing clients, but when you're working on your business, split it up in a third, a third, a third, in these three things. The first is spend a third of your time on your business growing your audience, whether that's making content, whether that's posting on Instagram, making videos, doing the 30-day video challenge. It doesn't matter, but spend a third of your time using some of those tools available to you to grow your audience. The second thing that you want to do is you want to engage your audience. So you just spend a third of your time connecting with people, DMing with people, reaching out with people, meeting people in your Facebook group if you got a Facebook group, and really commenting on their posts. That's called engaging your audience. And the third thing is getting mentorship. And a lot of us look to YouTube, we look to other places where we can learn, but spend time getting mentorship so that you can convert your audience. So you want to grow your audience, you want to engage your audience, and you want to convert your audience. That is the way you're going to make it in the online therapy practice, in the online coaching practice. It doesn't matter. If you want to grow a successful online private practice, you got to be doing those three things: growing your audience, engaging your audience, and converting your audience. That's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Oh, I promised to talk about haters. I'll come back to that. If you have haters, and if the fear of haters is preventing you from diving in and really crushing it online and starting a Facebook group or getting, putting your content out there, I promise you, haters will do nothing. I'm gonna rephrase that. Haters will do more for your business than the people that love you. Remember that. If you have one hater, go out and get 10 more, as Ty Lopez used to say. It's because they polarize people, and they polarize the people that like you to stand behind you, and the next thing you know, they're going to stand in front of you and defend you. And the other thing too is those haters, they will eventually become your biggest fans. So if you have a hater, go out and get 10 more, but definitely don't let haters stand in your way. That's it. This video is going on way too long. Sorry about that. My name is Jonathan Van Vegan. Don't forget to drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of this video. Are you going to start growing your audience, engaging your audience, and converting your audience? Let me know what you're going to do right today to get started on those three things so that you can start building the online practice of your dreams. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you want to. It really helps me know that what I'm doing is something that you want to see. And that's really important. So that allows me to get more motivation to crank out more videos and make some more amazing content for you guys. Thank you so much. I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Bye now.